What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the F&G Academy. Buck here from Green Beret, here to help you guys get selected. Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about special forces and college. Should I quit college to go special forces? You guys are like that guy from the commercial. It's my money and I want it now. You're always asking me like, dude, I want to go SF. I'm in college right now. Should I finish? Well, that's up to you, my dude. That's something that you got to figure out. But I could use my experience from being SF, from having gotten my degrees while I was in SF and getting a master's degree while I was a full-time police officer to try and help you guys make that decision. So in this video, I'm going to give you a bunch of things that you need to consider and think about and weigh as options before making the decision to either quit college to go SF or whether or not to go to college. You're in high school, you're about to graduate, to go to college first and then go join the military. So we're going to answer all those questions after this. But first, this video is sponsored by 18 Alpha Fitness. If you guys are pursuing any special operations, you need to train properly. You need to be physically and mentally fit, and there's no better person out there to help you do that than Kevin over at 18 Alpha Fitness. Former Green Beret, highly educated, currently working for the Air Force Special Operations to help them get physically ready. So his resume is stacked. Go check him out at 18 Alpha Fitness. He will get you there. Obviously, you guys know we are now affiliated with Bomar Nutrition. So if you're looking for pre-workouts, use the affiliate link down below and go check out Bomar Nutrition. Their products are great, and I will get some kickback if you use it, so it helps me out a little bit. Also, one more thing. If you guys can leave an Amazon review for Rising Above, I really appreciate it. All right, let's talk about dropping out of college or whether or not you should just skip college and join SF. So here are the things that I would consider before you make that decision. The first and probably the most important one is a degree important to you? You have to make that decision. You have to decide if having a degree is something that's going to make you feel fulfilled and be happy with, and something that you're going to really long to have on your resume. I always wanted to have a college education. Mine was more about proving that these guys with college degrees weren't anything special, and their arrogance used to tick me off when I first joined the military. So I was like, well, I'll get that piece of paper to prove to you that you're nothing special and that anyone could do it. I failed out of 10th grade in high school, and I barely graduated high school, but got an associate's degree, a bachelor's, and now a master's degree. A master's in organizational leadership. We can talk about that another time, but you need to decide if it's important to you to have that degree. Is it going to make you feel better? Is it going to be something that you're excited about? Just knock it out and get it done. The Army's not going anywhere. It'll be there when you're done with college. You'll have knocked that goal off your list, and then you can go join and then pursue your military career. The second thing to think about, what do you want to do when you get out of the military? Whether you stay and retire or get out after one enlistment, you're still going to want something to do post-military. So is your goal going to be a 3-letter agency, DEA, CIA, FBI? If so, all of those require a college degree. So wouldn't it be nice to have it all knocked out and done, so that way you don't have to be struggling while on active duty to get your degree done? Like I said, I got my associate's bachelor's while on active duty, and then I got my master's while I was a full-time cop. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's extremely difficult to balance all that stuff and find the time to do the classes. So if you can get it done before, I highly recommend getting it done before. Another thing I want you guys to think about is cost. How much are you spending on your college? Is the Army still doing the program where they'll pay your college back when you join? Because if so, that would be an awesome deal. Get your college knocked out, get it paid for, and not have that monthly bill. Some guys I know pay like $500 a month in student loans for a degree that they don't use. That would suck. So how much is this degree costing you? That's something to consider. If it's going to cost you a ton of money and the Army's not going to pay it back for you, maybe you want to wait to go to college until you get in the military, and then you know it's paid for with tuition assistance. I'll go more into like tuition assistance, how to use it later on, but it's a great program. It's how I paid for my associates and my bachelor's for free. And then I used post 9/11 for my master's degree, and I actually got paid to do my master's degree. So that's another thing to consider, is what kind of financial position is it going to put you in? If it's a bad one, then maybe you want to wait, Go join the military first and then do college. Another thing to consider is the state of colleges these days. I mean, let's be honest, I don't feel like I got a whole lot out of college. It's just me. My job didn't require it. I've never needed it. It's never really helped me in any other way besides, I don't know, boost my resume, make it sound better. I don't know. It really hasn't, to be honest with you. So if I skipped college altogether, nothing would have changed for me. I did experience some things while I was in college. I mean, one teacher, I had A's and B's in my master's degree, mostly A's, maybe 2 or 3 B's. One of these teachers found out I was a police officer, and all of a sudden he was giving me barely C's. I'm talking about C minuses on all the same exact quality of work that I had done for nearly 2 years before taking his class. I had no issues with the guy until that I mentioned I was a police officer because it fit the scenario we were talking about in the class. Now all of a sudden I'm turning in reports and I'm getting C minuses. I'm talking about, like, he even gave me a couple D's on some reports. That's just a personal issue I have with universities these days. And honestly, whether or not you're going to use it is entirely up to you. But that's a tangent. That's a rant. Let's just focus and recap on the things that you need to think about before quitting college or choosing not to go to college before you join Special Forces. Finances. What kind of financial position it's going to put you in? Your personal goals. Is it important to you to have the education? What are you going to do afterwards? Are you going to need a college degree for the job you want after? And are you the type of person that wants to deal with colleges these days? Because it can be a shit show. And you could take a lot of flack for being the type of person that wants to go law enforcement or wants to go military. And is that going to be something that's acceptable to you and worth the hassle? Those are all decisions that you need to make, but those are things you need to think about before deciding whether to skip college or drop out of college to go Special Forces. Guys, the Army's not going anywhere. It'll be there when you graduate. It'll be there when you graduate high school, college, advanced, you get your master's degree, your doctorate, whatever. Yes, there's SF guys out there who are now PhDs. There is no limit to the capabilities you have when you've decided that you're going to be the type of person that's going to be special operations. You know how to make a decision, act on that decision, get it done, hit your goals. You become an achiever. So there's no surprise when you find out that a Green Beret now has a PhD or has an author or done something great with their life. It just makes sense. It's the type of people that becoming special operations kind of molds you into. You become achievers. So make that decision for yourself, but I hope that information helps. And in another video, we'll get more on top of tuition assistance, how you get paid for college, and current Army programs to help you repay your debt for college. Hope that helps, guys. Make the right decisions, make the smart decisions, so that way whatever you choose to do, you're happy you're doing it. Talk to you guys next time.
And I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know